I thought I had to overcome glossophobia, the fear of public speaking. Master Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, what I really had to overcome was myself. Recently, my job was on the line, my dream job, the job I worked hard to get. I came this close to losing what I consider to be the start of my dream career because of my fear of conflict. My communication style has always been non-confrontational. I'm the biggest hippie you'll ever meet. The biggest lesson I've learned is that conflict will happen whether you want it to or not. Now I'm making better decisions to control the conflict that happens in my life and helps me to have better outcomes. Late last year, I realized that I wanted to pursue a career in training. I took self-assessment tests and that they showed that training was a natural strength of mine. At the time, I had a huge fear of public speaking, so I did what any of us do who are really smart and have glossophobia. I joined Toastmasters. Toastmasters has helped me tremendously. I never knew that I could not only talk to an audience in front of a room, but that I could motivate and inspire people also. I've gained great insight as to how to be a better public speaker and be more effective in carrying across my message. It's definitely due to Toastmasters that I gained the confidence I needed to obtain my dream job as a training coordinator at Mandalay Bay. The last few months starting my training career has been an emotional roller coaster. The grass is definitely not always greener on the other side. In my previous role, I was a happy worker drone. In recent months, I've been described as a stressed out bunny. The pace for an operational role in a hotel is much different than corporate. It's a lot faster, it's a lot busier. This has been a struggle for me as I prefer to complete all projects in a timely manner. And every day, I'm pulled in many different directions, not always able to complete my projects and tasks when I wanted to. This has definitely been noticed by my managers, who have not always been very understanding or set the most realistic deadlines. I've struggled with meeting deadlines, and this has caused my managers to question whether or not I'm able to perform the duties of my job. In the past, I've excelled at every job I've ever had. I've done the job of 5 people by myself, managing 5,000 wireless devices for a national construction company, and managed the Southwest region's landline phones also. I've worked as an administrative assistant for 8 software engineers. In my previous role, I supported 6 global sales directors when I was hired to only support 4. I'm no stranger to hard work. This job has tested me to my limits, and it's all because I didn't say something to higher management about what was happening to me. Emotionally, I have been a hot mess the last 6 months. I've put too much pressure on myself to complete impossible deadlines. I had many Mariah Carey nervous breakdown moments. There's a 90-day probation process, and I was almost at the end of it. The day before undergoing minor surgery, they told me that my probation was extended another 30 days. This was a confidence crusher for me. At the end of 90 days, my feeling was, if you don't want me there, don't have pity on me and keep me because you think I might have potential. And if I can do the job, keep me, and then fire me later if I'm not keeping up with the work. After coming back from surgery, trying to deal with the situation was weighing heavily on me, and I couldn't handle it anymore. My director came to me and noticed that I was not doing well. He asked me to tell him what was happening. I told him that the pace was too much for me, and I couldn't handle this job. He gave me the option to find another job within the company, recognizing that I was a great employee. And I pursued other jobs aggressively. They also gave me a deadline of September 13th, as they couldn't actively recruit for my position until it was actually vacant. But logically it made sense, and it allowed me to have a month to find another job. I wasn't entirely honest with my director about my experience there, and I was sacrificing my job in the process. Last week I had a really honest conversation with him to discuss what happened, and he was very receptive and very understanding. Last Friday I interviewed for another position within the company that I feel very comfortable in taking. It sounded very similar to my previous role in corporate. That same day, my director and managers gave me a choice. They offered for me to keep my job and let me know that the way I was managed would be positively changed. It was a hard decision. I had to choose what could be comfortable if offered the marketing position, or stay in a job that I fought for so that I could start my dream career. I chose not to stay in my comfort zone, and I chose to stay in a job that I fought to make better. My fear of confrontation created a prison of silent suffering, and I was choosing to live in that for months. I broke out of that prison by being honest with my director, and it helped me to stay in a job that will help build my career and training. I wish I'd been honest earlier when my director first asked me what was wrong. I almost committed career suicide by not telling the truth and by being fearful of conflict. I learned life lessons from this experience, and I've learned to assert myself when I need to. Conflict will happen, but I'm choosing my battles wisely. Thank you.